Currently for this part, I've used this 5/8 end mill to machine the outside profile and these two bosses. Next, I want to machine this face. To do that, I'm going to select a face mill, and I'm going to select one with 90-degree inserts so I can rough around here. I'll also choose a proper insert so I can leave this 60 thou radius here and therefore have an even amount when I do my finish pass. So if I scroll down in my process sheet, what I've chosen is a 2-inch 5-insert carbide face mill with the following insert. I've calculated the RPM to 800. I'm going to feed it at 30 inches a minute, and I've got my description that I'm going to rough using the 2.5-inch face mill, and I'll leave 60 thou on all surfaces for the finished cut. As soon as I'm done that, I'll use the exact same face mill, but a different face mill. So if this is tool 2, this will be tool 3, and I'll spin it a little bit faster, and I'll change my feed rate so I get a nicer finish, and then I'll finish that boss. And that machining operation will look similar to this. Let's scroll back up so we can see the print. So now I have processed roughing of all these ODs and their faces, and I've finished this face. So next, the order isn't critical, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish these two bosses. I could also do this or these holes next, as they're all independent operations. So to finish this boss and the outside profile of this, I'm going to need two different tools. However, with my finished face mill, I will have finished this boss because it has the 60 thou radius in it. What I want to find now is a tool that hopefully will finish this boss and this outside profile, but this length is going to be an issue. And I also need the 30 thou radius into it. Unfortunately, after searching, I'm unable to find an end mill that will do both of these. So first, I'll find an end mill with the 30 thou corner radius, so that'll be a bullnose end mill, and I'll machine around this profile, and then I'll select a different end mill with a long enough flute to machine around this profile. So my next tool will be a 3/4 inch carbide 2-flute bullnose end mill, and the bullnose again means this corner is rounded. And I'm going to buy one with 1.5 inches of flute length and a 30 thou corner radius. So I've calculated my RPM and my feed, and I've told it what I'm going to do. So the next, again, I have to take into account the length of the tool and the flute length here to get past the part. So I'm going to search, and what I've found is I can't go with a regular series end mill. I'm going to use a 7/16 inch 4-flute long series carbide end mill. So this end mill will have 2 inches of flute and a 4-inch overall length. Now because it's a long series, it's not as rigid as the regular end mill. So it's going to tend to chatter if I'm not careful. So in this case, what I want to do is I want to slow down the RPM and consider bumping up the feed rate so the tool works harder and has less chance to pick up chatter. And then I have my description that I finished the 2.5 profile. And this video here shows roughly what those two should look like.